Mass Movement in the Spotlight.
All right, tonight we are so lucky to be joined by Elizabeth Banks. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you on the show, and I think that my nieces and nephews might be a little more excited because you have this big movie, The Hunger Games, coming that's going to be Twilight huge. How excited are you?
Well, I don't know how huge it's going to be, but the kids seem to like it. I play Effie Trinket in The Hunger Games. It's based on Suzanne Collins' best-selling trilogy, and it comes out March 23rd. I'm very excited for fans to see it. I'm a huge fan of the books myself, and I think the fans will not be disappointed.
Now, I haven't read the books, but from what people have told me, it's for kids about kids killing kids. That's probably wrong.
No, that's close to right. It's actually, look, I don't actually know that it's for kids. I mean, the heroine of the piece happens to be 16 years old. And so, of course that appeals to kids. But the themes of the books are they're very adult. But it's got a great message for kids, which is that they matter, that kids can matter, that the actions of one person can change the world. And I think that's a really important thing to tell kids.
I agree. And speaking of the world changing, North Korea has gone through a massive change lately. And you have this character on 30 Rock that, when I last looked, you were being held captive in North Korea by Jong Il. What's going to happen with that?
I have no idea. I play Avery Jessup on 30 Rock. I'm a journalist and Jack Donaghy's baby mama. And I was kidnapped, and I actually was forced to wed Kim Jong-un? I'm totally blanking. Anyway, the new dear leader. So I don't know what they're going to do with me. I mean, I've been told it will be resolved, but I don't think they've figured out how since seeing that the wrench was thrown into the whole situation.
And then what's it like working with Alec Baldwin? Because he just seems to have the best comedic timing out there.
He's a pretty great comedian, for sure. He's a great everything. I love him. I try and just emulate him. He is an amazing blue-eyed husky of a man, and I'm forever happy when I'm in his presence.
And then Rockefeller Center, where 30 Rock takes place, is not too far from the Roosevelt Hotel, where your new movie takes place, Man on a Ledge.
Nice transition. Yes. We shoot both of them in New York City. The Man on a Ledge is a movie about, if you can believe it, a guy who's out on a ledge. And I play the NYPD negotiator tasked with figuring out why he's out there and getting him to get in and not hurl himself off. And we shot at the Roosevelt Hotel right in Midtown Manhattan, 200 feet above the ground on the roof of the hotel, sort of, I think, 22 stories up on 14 inches of concrete. And we were held up there by shoestring wires.
So which is scarier, looking down from the 21st floor of the hotel at Madison Avenue, a man on a ledge, or looking up at Seth Rogen about to mount you like a blow-up doll in Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Do you want to know what's really weird? You're like the third person that's asked me that. I think everyone thinks that having sex with Seth Rogen is like some horrible experience. I feel really badly for his wife, who's a lovely person, and I know and really enjoys having sex with him. I, too, really enjoyed having sex with Seth Rogen. It was totally fine and fun. We were in it to win it. He was a great partner in crime in Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
No, I mean, I enjoyed having sex with him, too, in that movie. He's a great guy, and now I don't feel as original now. I'm kind of bummed about that.
I know. I'm sorry to tell you that someone else had already asked me that, but it was true.
So speaking of people having sex, when you're up at that height, you have a pretty good view to other buildings in the area. Did you see somebody else?
We were mostly surrounded by office buildings, so we did see a lot of people at work drinking their coffee, hanging out on their phone, playing on their computers. I used to live in New York City, however, and I definitely had a neighbor who loved hanging out, talking on the phone naked in his window. So I saw a lot of naked bodies in New York City, and I'm prone to like, oops, didn't close the curtains, like, oh well.
So Man on a Ledge is in theaters now. It is really good, and there is almost some kind of nudity in there.
Yeah, and there's some boobies. There's always boobies.
So check out the boobies, check out the heist. It's Man on a Ledge. It's in theaters now. Elizabeth Banks, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Putting the world's biggest stars at your fingertips. The Mass Movement with Joe Bermudez. Join the movement now at massmovementradio.com.